How about that for a factory edge on a $30 folding knife, guys? I've seen a lot worse edges come out of the box of much more expensive knives, so pretty pleased with that. This is the Kershaw Emerson cqc4k, and this is my first experience with the collaboration that Emerson and Kershaw have done in the last couple of years. They did a line of 8 knives, all the way from, I think the model numbers just go from 1 to 8. Various blade designs, coatings, handle colors, and I think some of them are frame lock and some are liner lock. This one is a frame lock, as you can see there. And this one is a 3.25 inch blade, and the closed length, is 4.2 inches. So an open of 7.4, weighs just a fraction over 4 ounces. And a really nice little EDC blade. The reason I picked this one up in particular is it's actually part of the prize pack for the 500 subscriber giveaway I'm doing in the month of April 2015. If you're watching this during that month, please do go check out that video and get yourself into the giveaway. It's open to new and old subscribers. If you're not, sorry you missed out, but that is the reason I picked this one up in particular. I've been wanting to try one of these knives from the Kershaw Emerson line for quite some time, so this was a perfect opportunity. And even more than that, I wanted to try out the Emerson Wave feature, which is one of the big selling points of these. You're getting that premium trademark feature of Emerson knives on, a more budget offerings without paying the full price for a USA made Emerson. So as I said earlier, you can pick this up for around $30 on Amazon.com, and it's a pretty interesting little package for that money. We have, as I said, a 3 1/4 inch blade of 8CR 14 MOV. This one's black oxide coated. A little bit of a fingerprint magnet, so I'm just going to wipe it down as we go. We have a G10 handle scale on here. They call this one Coyote Brown. I would actually say it's got more of a greenish olive drab kind of look to it, maybe even a slight greyish tinge, but they call this the Coyote Brown version. And if we look at the box, you can actually see it says there 6054 is model number, brown black, and cqc4k. This is the box it comes in, a little bit more toned down than the usual Kershaw box. This one has the rather attractive Emerson skull on it, and you can see there this is kind of the tagline for the whole series: designed by Emerson, built by Kershaw. So you get a premium design built by Kershaw is obviously the more budget end of the Kai Holdings knife makers. You have zero tolerance for the higher end knives, and Kershaw is usually your budget offering. So Kershaw is what keeps the cost down here, and you get the premium design from Emerson. That's certainly the idea of the series. You see the other Emerson logo on the end there, Emerson Knives Designs. And yeah, overall it's quite a nice little blade. This one is frame lock, as I mentioned earlier. You can see this is also black coated on the reverse. Quite a nice frame lock design. The pocket clip is not a deep carry one, but it is quite attractive, and again has the Emerson skull on it there. The overall profile of the knife is really nice actually. Very nice sharp, almost spear point on here, and you have this nice kind of tapering tail as well. So I don't know why it makes me think of like a wasp sting or a stinger. It's got that real kind of aggressive stabbing profile to it, and it's pretty attractive in my eyes. So your pocket clip is reversible for left or right hand carry, but it's not reversible for tip down. It's only for tip up, and the main reason for that is the Emerson Wave, which of course requires you to pull it out of your pocket. And as you pull it out, let me see if I can demonstrate this at all for you without having a pocket here. The idea is, as you pull it out, this forefinger here being the edge of your pocket, the Wave hooks onto the edge of your pocket, and as you pull your knife out, you should also be pulling it back. So basically you're heading back from your body, and as you pull it backwards, it continues to catch and pulls it in position and locks it up. So I'm not sure on the Wave. I'd never tried it before, I think, as I said. I quite like it. It's interesting. I don't know if I'd use it if I had a knife with this feature on it. I think I would still tend to use the manual thumb or finger action. But it's different. One of the great things about the Emerson Wave is it provides a really nice thumb ramp. So ergonomically in the hand, this fits really, really nicely. The thumb ramp there gives you great leverage on top of the blade, and this also has a thumb disc here, you can see, as opposed to a thumb stud, so you can actually bring your thumb forward onto that if you really want to press down and cut down hard on something. So ergonomics are pretty good. There's a nice bit of scalloping in the G10 here, you can see, so your forefinger locks in there nicely. combined with that thumb ramp and the taper at the tail which comes into the palm of your hand, overall really nice grip you can get on it there. So sorry guys, camera died there. Yeah, so talking about manual deployment without using the Wave, the thumb disc on the top here is a good size. I actually, I'm not a huge fan of thumb discs, but I tend to find it's actually easier to deploy it using my ring finger on the underside. See if I can do that now. And yeah, I find it a little bit easier than trying to flick it out on the top. I find it's really hard on my thumb. I don't tend to get a good deployment. But the good thing with this knife is the detent isn't super strong, so you can actually just use that thumb disc on the top with your thumb to do a nice slow manual operation, which is quite nice if you're just sitting playing around with the knife or you're not particularly looking to flick it out fast or whatever. So that's one option. You have the Wave, and also I find it's easier to do a faster deployment from below, like so. So those are your options, and yeah, it's nice to have a few different ways to deploy your knife. That's always good. And I got to be honest with you, when I first got this, I wasn't super impressed with the deployment out of the box. It was a little tight. I adjusted the pivot. I also noticed that the blade centering was pretty bad when I got it, almost to the point that I considered returning it. I'm trying to get the focus here. I actually took it all apart, polished the washers up a little bit, retightened it, put it all back together, and got the blade centering to be pretty damn good, to be honest, for a blade of this value. So quite pleased with that. And also the action on it is getting much better. I don't want to play with it a huge amount because it's not going to be my knife. This is going to someone as a prize. So yeah, that being said, it's getting nice and smooth and quite a lot of fun to play with. So let's just take another look at the blade here. On this side we have the Emerson logo with the little skull, and over here, just wipe this off. Black oxide coated blade is bad for fingerprints. We have Kershaw, the model number, and also made in China, which is one of the reasons the cost is so reasonable on this. And yeah, overall impressions are pretty decent. Quite a nice little blade, and certainly good to get the frame lock and the Emerson features, the Wave opening for this price point, and not too heavy, but still feels like quite a solid little blade. Good ergonomics. There's a little bit of jumping on the back here, not a huge amount, but then that combines with the nice thumb ramp here to to really lock you in on it. So I think that's about all there is to say right now, guys. Let me just pause this up and grab a couple of knives for size comparison. Okay, so here's a couple of fairly common blades. Here it is alongside the Kershaw Leak. Get those lined up. This slightly larger blade, really pretty similar size handle to the Leak, and also the Spyderco Tenacious. You can see there. Again, pretty similar size handle. Tenacious is a slightly bigger blade, and yeah, pretty similar in size. Thickness, it's quite a slim knife. This a little thinner than most, probably about the same as the Leak here. Let me take a look. Yeah, just slightly thicker than the Leak. Please ignore my cat in the background there. He's looking for his supper. And yeah, I think that's about all I want to say about it, guys. I haven't had a huge chance to use it. Obviously, I don't want to put too much wear on it before it goes out for the giveaway prize. But overall, pretty impressed with this. I'd certainly consider picking up another one from the range for myself. And I guess that's it all, really. So thanks for watching. I do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video.